What follows is a brief construction montage. We hope you enjoyed this brief construction montage.
All right, that is all done. The Toyos are on, and I have to say, it feels 1,000 times better. The car feels fantastic. Love it. Really like this car. Guys at Fast Fit do a fantastic job. They're just brilliant. They're just great. Right, that's that.
A few minutes later.
Back home. This is home, you see. I live in that since I started making all my YouTube money. I paid cash. Stanbrook Abbey, just in case you didn't know. I don't live there. Toyos are on. Toyo Proxes Comforts. Now, these are 205 55 16. The tyres, I mean, if you look here, pretty confident that that is not legal. These tyres are old. Are these tyres from 2004? I don't think you can see any difference, and the ride is beautiful. It rides so well on these Toyos. Had a thoroughly enjoyable blast down the motorway just a second ago, at exactly the speed limit, obviously. I genuinely haven't done anything with the Sebring yet, other than drive it. I have put quite a few miles on this car, because I really like it. Wheels on Wednesday tonight. Do I want to go to Wheels on Wednesday? I think maybe I do.
A little longer than a few minutes later. The next day.
So this afternoon I find myself at Also Perfect. Gonna go find out how thick how thin the paint is on the Sebring, and see how much we can do without actually going through the paint and to the metal beneath. Harry, when was the last time you did a Chrysler Sebring?
I've never done one, so first time today. So yeah, a little bit different, isn't it? But
what are we looking for on the paint then?
So we're just checking the paint depth at the minute, just checking it's all right to machine polish. Obviously it's green there, so it means that it's a good layer of paint there for us to build into.
Yeah.
Obviously if you don't check that on a car like this with the sun thing, we could go through and then obviously burn through, and
yeah,
it could be a right nightmare. Big respray bill then. So.
Yeah. So that was what, 4, so when it says...
So 4.56 there.
Yeah.
So we're all good there. So it's thick enough paint.
4.56 what?
Mils, microns. Oh,
microns. I'm gonna say, no, you're all right. You're all right. It's Geoff Boys Cars. We're not a professional channel.
No. So yeah, you're all right.
But in my head, then I was like, what, millimeters? And then I second guessed myself as well.
That's some thick paint, isn't it?
Filler, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. So microns of paint. So, yeah, and it's pretty consistent all the way around.
Yeah, you're all right. To be fair.
So
that's faded, really.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at it, it looks like sun damage.
Yeah.
So your UV's breaking the paint down.
Yeah.
And just some oxidation, really, and obviously swirled from probably thousands of hand car washes in America.
And probably quite a few in the UK. And in Worcester. So this bit at the back, I guess the bit that concerns me the most is this sort of lacquer burn.
Yeah.
Which is weird because that. How's that happened? Because has something been spilt on that, or it's hard to pick it up on the camera, but
yeah, it's hard to see them.
It looks exactly like a cloud. Like it almost looks like we're looking at a reflection, doesn't it?
It looks like someone's throwing a bottle of milk at it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it could well be.
It looks like it'll polish out.
Yeah.
It's measured all right, so it looks like we can go into it. But obviously I'll do a little test patch first just to make sure before actually going for it with the big one.
Cool.
But yeah, no, it all looks in sort of good condition. It just needs a real good clean and polish, doesn't it? Needs a new battery, just as the video goes.
I didn't actually book an appointment. It's not like I phoned ahead and said, oh, you know, I'm going to be popping by. Can you charge all your devices and make sure you're ready and get your scripts out? That's not the way Geoff Buys Cars works. We just turn up and see what happens. That way, you get people at their best and most natural. Oh, you can already see the difference. Yeah.
Probably quite hard to show on camera with that.
Yeah. So that'll take all those. Does that take those scratches out there and all sorts, won't it?
Anything fine, your swirls, and it'll get rid of the oxidation and bring the colour back to it, which is obviously the main thing.
Cool. All right.
So, yeah.
Not only has the sun come out, but we have the Vintage Nostalgia event at the weekend at Shelsley. We also have an American car show in Upton on Saturday. It's Thursday now, and they've said if I leave the car with them overnight, they're going to work some magic on it. So we will pick up with this tomorrow and see how the Sebring turns up with a proper clean.
The following day.
Afternoon, so we're now into the third day in the 1 day in the life of Geoff Buys Cars, and we are back at Auto Perfect, and Harry is just about to pull the now finished Chrysler Sebring out so we can see what's been done, and my gosh, it does look like a different car. Lovely. That is looking fresh.
A little bit different.
So was that hard to do? Nightmare.
No, it was a real good one to do. It was nice seeing the difference.
Yeah.
With like the half and halves, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it's come up. It's changed the colour of it.
It's way more purple now. It's interesting that, so there's the two bits on the back that haven't come out, isn't there? Because that hasn't come out either.
Sort of chemical staining in that.
Yeah. But if I park it up at a car show on a cloudy day, it will just look like a reflection.
Yeah, no one will spot it.
So that one hasn't come out, and that one either. So maybe some paintwork in future. And then the front bumper we couldn't do because there's not enough paint on it, basically.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah. So I need to get the front and back bumpers painted. But other than that, it does look 1,000 times better. It's very windy today, this wonderful British summer that we're having. But yeah, very pleased with that. That looks fantastic.
The very next evening.
A bit later in the day now, down at the very windy and wet American Auto Show. This weather is shite.
The next morning.
The V8 Mini, incredible machine with the engine in the boot, driving the front wheel. How it's Simply,